नमस्कार, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल ओम साई राम। आज मैं अग्निपथ योजना के बारे में बताना जा रहा हूँ। वो अग्निवीर कैसे बन सकता है। तो अग्निपथ स्कीम क्या है, अग्निपथ का एडवांटेजेस क्या है, ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है इस स्कीम का, देन बेनिफिट्स क्या है, इम्पैक्ट क्या है और आप लोग का ऑपरेशनल प्रिपेयर्डनेस कैसा होगा और एलिजिबिलिटी क्या होगा। अग्निवीर में भी परमानेंट कैडर, ये भी पूछने वाला बात है। तो एंड हाउ डज इट कंपेयर टू अदर नेशन, ये दूसरा नेशन से क्या कंपेरेटिव होता है इस स्कीम का। एंड उसका बाद आएगा आप लोग का ऑपरेशनल चैलेंजेस क्या होगा। और इज दिस स्कीम लाइकली ओपन फॉर वुमेन, आई मीन ये तो महिला के लिए है कि नहीं, ये भी आप जान सकते हो। तो प्लीज़ मेरा चैनल को आप लोग सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शेयर कीजिए और प्लीज़ लाइक करने के लिए ना भूलिए। तो प्लीज़ मैं स्टार्ट करता हूँ आप लोग का टॉपिक्स। ये आप लोग का अग्निपथ का स्कीम डिस्क्राइब करना चाह रहा हूँ। व्हाट इज़ द अग्निपथ स्कीम एंड व्हाट आर इट्स एडवांटेजेस। Agnipath scheme in the Indian Armed Forces is a scheme wherein selected candidate will be enrolled as Agniveer for 4-year period. On completion of the 4-year period, Agniveer will go to the society as disciplined, dynamic, motivated and skilled workforce for employment in other sector to pursue their career in job of their choices. Based on organizational requirement and policies promulgated by the armed forces, Agniveer after completing their engagement period will be offered an opportunity to apply for enrollment in the permanent cadre. Of these, up to 25% of Agniveers will be selected to be enrolled in the armed forces as a regular cadre. The scheme provides an avenue to Indian youth desirous of service the country to get recruited in the armed forces for a short duration. The scheme enhances the youth profile of the armed forces. Then advantages का बारे में बोल रहा हूँ. This proposal envisages providing opportunity to the youth to serve in the military for short duration. It will also lead to a much more youthful and technically adept war fighting force by ensuring a fine balance between youthful and experienced personnel in the armed forces. Then नंबर 2 में आता है व्हाट आर द ब्रॉड ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द स्कीम। ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या क्या होता है। द ब्रॉड ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द स्कीम आर नंबर ए to enhance youthful profile of the armed forces so that they are fighting best at all times with increased risk taking ability. Number B, to attract young talent from the society to effectively exploit, adopt and use emerging modern technologies with enhanced technical threshold of intake while leveraging technical institution of the country. Number C, to provide an opportunity to the youth who may be keen to serve the nation in uniform albeit for a short period of time. Number D, to imbibe the armed forces ethos, courage, camaraderie, commitment and teamwork in the youth. Number E, to provide abilities and qualities such as discipline, dynamism, motivation and work skills so that the youth remains as an asset. What benefits are envisaged to be accrued from the scheme? Benefits क्या क्या होता है। The scheme would be a win situation for the armed forces, nation, individuals and the society at large. ये नेशन के लिए क्या क्या होता है। नेशन integration based on unity in diversity with equal opportunity to youth including women from all regions. Then nation building के लिए through empowered, disciplined and skilled youth with military ethos in civil society. Then armed forces में improved battle preparedness through transformative evolution with energetic, fitter, diverse, more trainable and resilient youth suited to the changing dynamics. Selection of the best with rigorous and transparent selection process. Youthful profile by optimal balance of youth and experience. Endeavor to harness benefits of Skill India by induction from technology institutes. Individuals, opportunity for youth to fulfill dream of joining the armed forces and serve the nation. Imbibe military discipline, motivation, skill and physical fitness. Smooth integration into society with skill sets, certification and diplomas, higher education credits. Then आप लोग का good financial package मिलता है यहाँ पे. Good financial package making him more stable than his civilian counterparts. उसका बाद confident and better citizens by military training, team building, ethos and camaraderie forged over the years. Resume so unique that an agneeveer will stands out in the crowd. Number 4, what would be the impact of the scheme on the operational preparedness of the armed forces? Preparedness क्या क्या होता है इसमें? इसमें आता है आप लोग का the operational effectiveness of the armed forces will enhance by this scheme by having a younger profile which is more fighting fit with less encumbrances. Then it is expected that the risk taking capability of this personnel would be higher. With the infusion of technology and revamping of the training programs, the armed forces would ensure that the personnel inducted under the scheme have the same skill set which are required to meet the operational challenges. Then since the training standards are clearly defined and monitored by the highest authorities in the armed forces, it would be ensured that the agneeveers meet the highest professional standards. Number 5, the scheme envisions younger age profile of the armed forces. Is the eligibility criteria for enrollment under the scheme different from the earlier practice? Candidates between 17 and half years to 21 years of age meeting other educational, physical and medical criteria would largely be enrolled as agneeveers. The scheme also aims to harness the Skill India initiative by enrolling candidates qualified in ITI diploma and diploma holders in future with the necessary skills for certain technical trades. Can the agneeveer opt for enrollment in the permanent cadre? Based on organizational requirement and policies promulgated by the armed forces, all agneeveers after completing their engagement period will be offered an opportunity to apply for enrollment in the permanent cadre. These applications will be considered by a centralized, transparent, rigorous screening system which would be based on merit and demonstrated performance during service. Up to 25% of the agneeveer would be selected for enrollment in the permanent cadre as per the existing terms and conditions. Selection of agneeveers for further enrollment into the armed forces will be exclusive jurisdiction of the government through laid down policies. How does the scheme compare to the other nation? ये अग्निवीर स्कीम दूसरा देश के लिए कैसा मतलब कंपेयर है, वो आंसर होगा आप लोग का. A careful analysis of the methodology of induction, retention and release of armed forces personnel in various developed countries was carried out to adopt the best practices being followed in these countries. The analysis revealed the following. Number A, primarily volunteer model. A countries including those who have conscription have a volunteer armed forces once the mandatory time stipulation is over. Number B, enrollment procedures. Majority of the countries follow multiple enrollment models at various stages of military career, enabling soldiers to voluntarily continue or exit service. Number C, retention. All countries after the initial compulsory service period retain soldiers based on the choice and a meritorious selection process. Number D, training. All countries have a shorter initial training period. Specialized training is imparted once the soldier is selected for service for a longer duration. Number E, incentivization of exit. These incentives vary from country to country but generally are in the following fields. Number 1, relaxation incentive to pursue higher education, financial package on exit, credits in educational qualification for type and duration of service rendered. Number 4, advantages for requirement in the permanent cadre. Number 5, some assurance of job on exit. F, the agneepath scheme aims to follow the same model and similar incentives as have been given in the developed countries. Number 8, regimental system is one of the motivating factors for soldiers and officers to bond and perform beyond the call of duty during wartime. Will the induction change the same? Answer, we shall be retaining the regimental system since the scheme envisages selecting the best of the agneeveers, and only those who proved their mettle, the cohesiveness of the unit would be ensured by their personnel. Further, their aspects would be focused upon the accentuated by training received once the agneeveer reaches the unit. Since it is going to be a limited training period, would it be adequate to meet the operational challenges? Youth today eat better, run faster and longer, are more adept to technology and adapt more easily to change. The aim to exploit the talent of the present day generation in our training patterns while simultaneously utilizing technology such as stimulators to ensure an effective training program. Since the basic qualification and qualities available with the youth have improved over the year, it gives us an opportunity to restructure the training pattern with more time being available for both physical and technical training. It also gives us an opportunity to review our present training pattern to make them contemporary, technology based and tailor made for the requirement of the armed forces. Then number 10, is the agneepath scheme likely to be open for women? महिला के लिए ये उपयोगी मतलब हुआ कि नहीं है ये देखता हूँ. It is envisaged that in future women will be inducted in a progressive manner for joining the armed forces under the agneeveer scheme. Number 11, how will this scheme ensure recruitment for all over the country? The scheme aims to capitalize on the broad-based talent pool of the nation and select the best for a career in the armed forces. The present pattern of selection into the armed forces is not being changed. With the introduction of the scheme, the only change that is happening in the terms and condition of the service. As you are aware that the three services are having well-established selection centers spread over the country which have enabled them to recruit people from even the remotest part of the nation. Since these very selection centers would continue to undertake the responsibility of recruiting personnel, then we expect that the All India representation would not be affected by the introduction of the scheme. What is the financial package offered to an agneeveer in the armed forces? Financial scheme डिस्कस करने जा रहा हूँ. वो एक नंबर पे है composite annual package. First year package approx rupees 4.76 lakhs, 4,76,000. Then आप लोग का upgradation up to approx 6,92,000 in 4th year. Then allowances है आप लोग का risk and hardship, ration, dress, travel allowances as applicable. उसका बाद एक स्कीम है सेवा निधि बोल के, वो है आप लोग का 30% of monthly emoluments to be contributed by individuals. Number 2, equal amount matched and contributed by the government. Number 3, corpus of rupees 10,04,000 plus accurate interest exempted from income tax. Debt compensation. Number 1, non-contributory life insurance cover of rupees 48 lakhs. Number 2, additional ex gratia of rupees 44 lakhs for debt attributable to service. Number 3, pay for unreserved portion up to 4 years including Sevanidhi component. डिसेबिलिटी कॉम्पेंसेशन है, कॉम्पेंसेशन बेस्ड ऑन परसेंटेज डिसेबिलिटी लेड डाउन बाय मेडिकल अथॉरिटीज। नंबर 2, वन टाइम एक्स ग्रासिया ऑफ ₹44/25/15 lakhs for 100%/75/50% disability respectively। सो वीडियो को देखने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप लोग को, और मेरा ये वीडियो आप लोग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शेयर कीजिए और दूसरों को भी हेल्प होगा। तो मैं आने वाले दिन में और अच्छा वीडियो लेकर आऊँगा, और मेरा चैनल आप लोग प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और लाइक कर दीजिए प्लीज़। थैंक यू सो मच। जय हिंद।